You're laughing. That's a great start. Welcome to the Daily Dose. My name is Robert. I'm setting a timer right now, so you go ahead and introduce yourself, whoever you are.
Hi, I'm Susan Scarlett. I'm kind of dragging my wagon right now. How are you?
Yeah, well, you know what? We've got 5 minutes to talk about it. We're going to be tight on that. So, okay, good. You're dragging your wagon. I'm speeding off on the other side. Talk to me about dragging your wagon. What does that mean?
Does that just seem really good to just to quiet? Yeah, I just wiped out. I feel incredibly inefficient. I don't think I've gotten anything done, but I feel like I've just done stuff nonstop all day. I just can't look around and see evidence of it. That's because most of it's right here in Zoom screens, I guess.
Yeah, well, now that's interesting. Sometimes we can have a difficult time, especially I think in a digital realm, wondering did things really happen as opposed to physical, tangible things, and we can point to them or people we can. I mean, this is kind of the office conundrum in some ways, right? People say, are things actually happening? What are the data points, or what does it mean to be accomplished or do things?
Well, in
You
my
know?
case, I'm especially sensitive because I have a really dear friend who's never been here to this amazingly beautiful house, and I have papers and stuff of my mother's and mine and bills, and there's just stuff I got to wrap and presents wrapping for my daughter's birthday, and there's something about being an adult with an adult child and an aging parent, and I'm trapped in the middle. And I was like, okay, if my house isn't sparkling when she gets here tomorrow, that's what, she loves me anyway. I love her anyway. But, so it's more that I can't see it. There's just so much to do. But this time here is my favorite time of the day. So if it goes away, it takes time from stuff I don't really want to do anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm prioritizing exactly what I want. Now I'm paying for it.
It's so true that something's got to give. No matter what, we are there. We human made construct of time. It's the way we measure the way the sun comes up and down, basically. And there's a limited amount of energy we have on a daily basis, and a limited amount of time, as we call it, to do those things. And I'm with you. I've got I just went for a run because dinner's about to be served, so I got in 20 minutes. And then all of a sudden, there was 4 emails that I've been waiting for that hit my email while I was on that run, and they're all code red. And I'm like, oh crap! And I mean, and here we are. This 5 minutes though is a breath.
Yeah, it is.
Second, it's a reminder.
Yes, yes. So then maybe it's, I guess it's good that we've validated each other's experience. I'd like to point out to whoever's listening at this moment that I had two Zoom calls with this guy today, two opportunities to play, do some improv and learn and experience. And I was reminded yet again how much of that game experience translates out into the real world. Because, and a lot of the reason for that is if something goes wrong in the game or we perceive that something goes wrong, you'll ask a question like, so let me ask you, is everything always going right out there? Can you always count on technology or whatever? And it's just like, oh, and it's so fun to understand this connection.
Yeah. I'm so glad you see that. And it really is the templatized version of improv. And maybe it is somewhat perfect that it is online because it's such an imperfect form. And that we can gamify frustrations. What an interesting concept, right?
Yes, and help and learn from them.
Yeah.
And I want to cite a special moment today. This was so cool. One of us couldn't see the screen, but we could see her, and there was a thing that needed to happen with that person and three other people creating a hand signal together, and they were meant to everybody try whatever they want to try, and then everybody would soon pick whose ever hand signal they wanted to. Well, one of the people couldn't see anybody else, but she was doing a thing. And the other people who knew she couldn't see them started doing what she was doing, which was the goal. Ah, you talk about a community and cooperative. It's beautiful.
And I want to own a part of that because two of the people were mirroring each other. And the third person looked like he was doing his own thing. And I called him out for not mirroring the other two. And he said, I'm mirroring her. And I went, whoops, auga, you got me. He was making the big play. Those two were doing a nice thing. He
He
was
so
doing an
did.
extraordinary thing. She had no idea, and he was supporting her. And,
Yes, yes.
it
Well,
took
I wasn't going to call you out, but
totally fair. You
that was, I mean,
should,
part
because
of it.
it is part of it.
And then you saw it as soon as he said it. You could see what he was doing. It was such a
Yes.
great moment.
People surprise me. They do the bigger, better things all the time. The other one I'll call out, and then we got to call this, is, the last, we were playing this universe of characters, and we had this Star Master character who's this wonderful woman, just being the Star Master and everything that meant. And then she had the little star in the final scene, and she sings her at the opening of the scene, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are." And the little star says, "I'm right here." And it was just this explosion of, oh my gosh, the best, collaboration and cap to this ever. And
Right,
I told
totally
her
improv. No, nobody knew what was coming.
she needs a shirt with a star on it that says, "I'm right here." I said, that's you to a T. That's who you are. Twinkle, twinkle, Rachel. Shout out to you. And that's our daily dose.